the treasure, they want to find it now. They are K-Pro and they are
title.
What's that?
It's the old title. It says Cowlazars channel is back. Rewaiting. People are starting to come in.
Darn it. No, we're live. We are live right now, honey.
Right. Do you see that it's the wrong title? You'll have to change that later.
That is the title that I picked.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
all the better.
But it's not actually playing, is it? Sorry, everybody. YouTube changed how this. Yeah, we're live. Okay, we're live. We were actually live earlier than I thought. Hey, everybody. We're live on a Tuesday. It's crazy. You never know. That's why you subscribe, because you never know when we're going to go live.
Czar's in the house. Hey, Czar.
I just love Czar. We just hit the Diamond Lounge at Caesars. He's over there at Caesars checking in some people for a room, because that's what he does, because he's nice. Super stickers are now enabled. With super
His
stickers,
whole family is nice.
Your fans can do something. Yeah, shout out to Czar's sister, Lindsay. We met her in Detroit. Okay, I think I got this right now. Sorry, everybody. All right, we're going to play the song one more time. Here we go.
Oh, there we go.
Give everybody a chance to get in the room. We got our first thumbs down.
Big stuff to say.
Yeah, there's some interesting things tonight. All right, here we go.
K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. They want to find the treasure, they want to find it now. They are K-Pro and they are cow. They're going over it and over it and over it again. This treasure hunt created by Forrest Fenn. Sing it! K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. Marion and Indy are what they're like, although their real names are Christy and Mike. Can they pin down the treasure? They just might. Tune in to find out Monday nights. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow. K-Pro Cow Pow Wow Wow. It's the K-Pro Cow Pow Wow.
Cut it off. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome. It's Tuesday. It's K-Pro. It's Cow. Here for you, because we didn't go live. Well, actually, we did go live over the weekend, but we won't talk about that. We're here.
We went live twice.
Yeah, it was a little kooky. All right, you tell them how the weekend went. We're back from the Detroit meetup, and I'll post this a couple places since this is not the day we normally go live.
Yeah, so let's see. So we were actually physically on a plane. So I was going to go live last night, but I was beat by the time I get in. Mike had the 5-hour flight rather than me. So I got in a little earlier, but it was too late. So we decided we have so much to update everybody on. Thursday's Thanksgiving, which we will go live on, which we'll talk about. But we decided, since we're going to be rolling out a new series of videos starting on Monday, we have to come and talk with our people. So if you've subscribed, you have been notified. If you have not, you are out of luck. So we go. So Detroit, how was it? Detroit was awesome.
Rodney says, if I remember correctly, Cowlazars, you said you had somebody make the intro song, but every time I hear it, I can't help but hear your voice. That is not me singing that song. That is Moturn Music. Matt Farley will do that. Actually, anybody who wants a song made, he will do it. He is the song guy for a price. So, yeah, that's not me. The Detroit meetup was a lot of fun. We had about 10 searchers show up, and then me and K-Pro were there. A lot of people from Ohio. Let's see. Can we remember everybody who was there? Big thank you to Sassy, Jonesy, Rudy, Frank, Joshua, Ethan and his friend, Heidi and her husband.
Yes.
And I'm sure I'm
Walking Amongst Lions, Frank.
Oh, and Nathan. Yeah,
Frank.
Frank. Yeah, I said Frank. Nathan was there. Nathan, our new poker playing buddy, who is Nemo, for those of you who don't know. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, everybody. We met up there at Coney Island, and we talked Forrest Fenn for a couple hours. So, Yeah.
Yeah,
Thanks a
and
lot.
I think
Too
they
bad you
moved
couldn't
us.
make it, Rodney. Yeah.
They moved us out of the bar to our own separate private area, and I was thinking, did they do this for a reason?
Mm-hmm.
So it got crazy. Special shout out to Boots on the Ground Clothing. He brought something for everybody in the room. So that was awesome. We gave away, I think, a searcher coin. I don't know. We gave away stuff. We covered the bill, actually. We said, thank you. It was
Yeah.
so much fun. We decided, and whew, that drink bill, if you guys saw the pictures, yeah, we might have had a round or two a shot. And
Right.
then, just like Santa Fe, somebody said, why don't we go get a set of poker chips? And
Yeah.
I,
Impromptu poker game broke out. Rodney
yeah,
says he wanted to go, but Detroit's 3 hours further away than he thought. There was a lot of people from Ohio. I mean, Rudy drove 3 hours, stayed an hour and a half, turned around and drove 3 hours back.
yeah,
So thank you
yeah.
for everybody who came.
Yeah,
I
so
heard.
about an hour into the let's just settle this now. About an hour into the poker game or the searcher meetup where people are watching me like we're taking shots, we're having fun, we were at a bar. The lovely, the wonderful, oh here he comes, William decides
Uh,
to post on Facebook a sonogram and announce that I am having twins and congratulating Mike and I. Now,
yeah.
here's the funny part. You gotta know what you guys know William. We all know William, right? We gotta love William. But about 10 of you took it very seriously. Well, a lot of people congratulated, but about 10 of you scolded me with nasty emails about you should not be drinking if you are pregnant.
I thought they were joking, but it's possible they weren't. I thought they were in on it, but maybe not.
No. So it was no, a few were like, do you know what that can do to a fetus? And they sent me like
Oh God.
research to show. I can tell you, when I was pregnant, I did not drink, my friends.
It's like
And
I
so,
said. It's like I said to K Pro. If they can't figure out that William was joking, they probably can't find Forrest Fenn's treasure. But anyway, that's why we had went live 2 different times that night. We removed the videos. It was just us drinking, playing poker, having fun, but we just deleted them. So a lot of people were like,
yeah,
"How come I
because
can't see it?" That's why we
well,
deleted
they
them.
were guessing on who the baby daddy is. We got Maury involved. It got a little ornery, let's just say. And the only thing I will say is,
Honorary.
William, be ready, my friend. I have between Team William and Team K Pro. Revenge is the best medicine. And so just you wait. I'm going to have some fun, but it's going to take a little time to tee up, is all I have to say.
Scoot over a little, K Pro. You're a little on the edge. There you go.
I'm on the edge.
Or yeah. So I will
Okay.
say I haven't been able to say this in a while. Super chats on. If anybody wants to do that. So the
Woohoo!
Cowlazars channel is back. We will
Back,
still go
baby.
live on the Hint of Riches. Actually,
Yeah,
Thursday we'll be live on the Hint of Riches. We're gonna go back and forth. We're thinking. I think
yeah.
we said
Wait,
Monday.
before we go into
Yeah.
that, can we go back to Detroit?
Oh
So
yeah. Well, we're not done
I
yet.
played I played poker in Detroit, and Nemo and another searcher who's also a friend, a brother of Mike's, who cashed.
You cash. K Pro's chopped the tournament. Nemo chopped the tournament. I misplayed A7 and I went out before the final table. No, I was on the final table, but it really sucks because I probably could have stuck in there for the chop as well. But that's okay. That's how poker goes. I might play tonight. This is like the last night of my vacation. I got to go to work tomorrow. So,
All I will say is it was a lot of fun, and I will say Detroit poker is it's no joke. It was great. It was fun. There was a little bit of shenanigan, or
shenanigans.
a little bit of controversy around me, but that happens most of the time. I was the only female out of 96 on the first tournament, and then I was the only female that cashed. So anyway, um, Esther, William, no, William. Oh my God, Copper Dan for diapers. Thank you. Mike might need some
What?
diapers. I don't know. My God,
Nice, Copper Dan. That's real nice.
you
Thank
guys
you for the
are
super
hilarious.
chat. We do appreciate it.
Yes, Copper
William
Dan and
says,
Corey. Oh,
glad you
Corey,
made it out
yes.
of the pro stuff. Oh yeah, Chaseopoly update. I got 28 games in the mail today, just today. So your games are on the way, everybody. I still have more to do, but all the games will be mailed for people that have ordered by next week, at the latest. I hope to do a lot of them over the 4-day Thanksgiving break. to get them boxed and then just take them Monday morning. But by Friday of next week, barring some disaster, all the games for those of you who have ordered will be in the mail. And if anybody wants to order Chaseopoly, that will also be in the mail by Friday. You will definitely get it by Christmas. So
I will ask, we're not marketing at all right now. We are gonna go into marketing mode once Mike is through all the pre-orders. If you open yours, one thing I don't think Sassy's in here yet. Sassy said I can't, because Sassy did get her one from the contest, and she's like, I can't believe how many things are customized. It's so cool, and we kind of reviewed different things.
yeah,
So I will ask you, if you're getting yours, please, if you're going to open it on camera if you are not
yeah,
shy,
on camera would be
um,
great. Yeah.
and then send it to us, and we will put it within the marketing stuff that we're doing. So Lou Lee wants to know, is Vegas cooling down? What's the temperature like out there?
It actually is supposed to rain all day on Thanksgiving, but it's cool. I mean, it's cool at night. It's in the 40s, 30s. During the day, it's 60s, late 60s or mid 60s. To me, it's nice. I like it cold. I wear this, and I'm good to go.
Cold.
But it is cooling
Is anybody
down from
laughing at Mike?
110. Yes.
Yeah, he's saying it's cold at 60, guys.
Jack's waiting on his 2 games. They may have went in the mail today. If anybody wants to know if your game went in the mail, just email me at chaseopoly@gmail.com. I'll even give you the Jack tracking number if it is gone. And if it hasn't, it will go by next week. So thanks for bringing the game to Detroit. Walking among lions. There he is. Greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. So actually, K-Pro, think about it. The game that me and you created, some people will be opening them up on Christmas Day. Presents. That's
cool.
Pretty cool. So.
Well, and I will show you. Look what Mike got for my boy.
There it is. There it is, everybody.
So he wants to play that tomorrow.
I was going to say, are you making him wait till Christmas or no?
No. So we actually did one video right before we went to Detroit. We did the Craig Carter video. If he is not in the room yet, oh my gosh, he had a huge box of things for David. He is still down there right now. Or
is he still playing with it?
Oh my gosh, he's trying to figure out where to put everything. You'll see when you see the video. And so I said,
at the end of tonight, right?
Oh, we can. It's 15 minutes long. So, or we can do it tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
I say we do it tomorrow on
okay.
So yeah, and then so then we said we're going to do Chaseopoly tomorrow, and we're actually going to set it up and fully play it tomorrow. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, video it. You just said everybody else to video it. You video it too.
Yes.
Okay. Good.
Well.
So yeah, that's Chaseopoly, and you guys may notice there are 2 pieces of paper that are outside of the game that you're going to get with your Chaseopoly, and you'll just have to see what those is. It's a little surprise from me and K-Pro, but make sure you look at those pieces of paper. That's all I'll say about that.
And if you did order in time before the coins ran out, check your coin, because your coin may have a number on it. So most of them don't, but there's a couple that do.
3 people got the golden ticket, and I'm not going to tell you who they are because I want it to be a surprise when they open them up. The other thing is, me and K-Pro did sign some boards while we were in Detroit. So if you want to order one, I have maybe 5 left that me and her signed, because some people actually asked for that. And hey, I realized I don't have my lights on. Some people asked for that. So yes, there are a couple boards that me and K-Pro signed. If you want that, just when you order, make sure you let me know.
Yeah.
Walking Him Online says, thanks for bringing it to Detroit. You're welcome. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
Yeah, and it's always nice. It's always nice when you meet the boyfriend's parents to have the latest controversy about being pregnant with twins up and around. So, William, I just wanted to thank you again for the love that you bring and adventure you bring to my life, my friend. Mama Cow, thank you for having a fun sense of humor like William does. William, you are so going to get it. Just saying.
Never a dull moment. You guys like my backdrop? I was just over at Caesars today with Czar, so there it is. Isn't that cool?
There you have it.
Who's that guy? Maybe that's Caesar. I don't know. All right. Anyway.
Okay. So some of you have asked about the 2 videos. We did do some secrets were given away at the videos. And Mama Cow, that's Ma, as Mike says, it's Ma.
That's Mom.
Yeah, that's Mom. That's Mike's mom. I met Mike's mom and Mike's dad and Mike's stepdad, and Just
Don't
and high school friends. There's some stories I have.
don't know if she would appreciate Mama Cow, but that's okay. I'm sure you'll hear about it if she if she doesn't. She's probably watching
I
right
mean it
now. That's
lovingly.
funny.
I mean it
I know.
lovingly. She was wonderful, wonderful,
Copper
wonderful.
Dan, we will sign any of the games. We'll sign anything that you want us to. It's just it's funny to me and K-Pro that anybody would want us to sign anything. But you
Yeah,
know you can, Dan.
that's
And
cute.
Dan, did you open your games up yet, or are you waiting till Christmas as well?
Yeah, inquiring minds want to know.
He'll let us know. Yeah, utilize that lake house. That's right. From Lindsay. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Okay.
Okay.
Marvel Mom says, tell us, K-Pro. Tell us what? Captain Marvel, not Marvel Mom. Captain Marvel. I don't know what she means. Jason Northface is in the house. Lou Lee, Jack Jack. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We know this is, I was going to say short notice, but it's actually zero notice because we just thought, you know what? Let's go live. Nobody else seems to is going live for the Forrest and Fenn thing now. So thumbs up
Yes,
for going live on a Tuesday.
yes, thumbs up. And yes, we had a lot of fun with what would the names be. I think it ended up being Burke and Copper. That was going to be the two names of Quinn that don't exist. So let's be clear, we're having some fun. But
AJ
I think
says
that night, yeah,
Forrest and Fenn. There's the two boy names right there.
there you go. Oh,
Nice.
okay.
It's a joke,
Um,
everybody. Yeah, let's see
yeah,
it, Dan. When you open it, that would be awesome. For sure. Film it. That'd be cool.
yeah. We should,
Oh,
hey,
Captain Marvel wants to hear stories about me. I see. Now I get it.
I have some
There aren't any, are
funny.
there? Oh. Yeah, there might be.
Oh, I'm going to do what William does and completely make it up.
I
So
had K Pro in a basement around 9 Mile playing poker with some friends. So,
that is true.
Yeah. And we walked around freezing Detroit for about 2 hours. So that was fun too. We went down for the tree lighting ceremony and about maybe 30,000 people down there. Couldn't get in anywhere because there was an hour wait. So we had to walk all over. We ended up at Fishbones by Greektown. But anyway, all right.
Yeah. So we had lots of adventures. So by the and drove around all around 8 Mile. I actually had to do a detour on the way to get to Mike, and
Oh,
Mike's
yeah.
mom, what
She
she
was
was
in
saying in the
downtown
background,
Detroit.
she was like, "Do not even stop for red lights," and I had to stop for red lights, and then people were coming up to the car.
It's not that
Yeah,
bad. It could be, but it's not. You guys remember Vegas Vacation? You remember Chevy Chase and his family when they got lost? So he pulls up and she's like, just ask somebody. He rolls down the window and he's like, excuse me, Holmes? And he starts laughing. That's K-Pro. Anyway, Corey Jacobs says somebody was live earlier, and that somebody was Davio. Davio went live earlier today, which is
yeah, I
pretty
saw
cool.
that.
I don't see him in
Yeah,
the chat yet tonight. Here's a
yeah,
hint. They're a favorite AGK voicemailer. Is that Davio? Does he leave a voicemail for AGK a lot?
yeah, he does.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
he usually calls in and says, "Hey, what's up?" Always in his like uplifting voice. It's awesome.
Poker in the
Yeah,
basement. That's right.
yeah.
We
Oh, and
are. Yeah.
we won there. We won
Yeah, we did good.
in the four figures. We won at Motor City. It was a kind of paid for
And
the trip.
K Pro, what did we spend all that money on while we were in Detroit?
Okay, so let me tee this up just a little. A few of you might have thought it was a little rude of me because I took off in the middle of Meetup. And I was doing some investigative
Oh,
work.
you went to the bar. You went to the other room, right?
I went to do some investigative. It doesn't matter where I was. I will say that Mike and I always have an adventure starting, one that's kind of completing. We're in Chaseopoly. We're like in the middle of it. The map, that baby's in bed. Get it, baby in bed.
Maps are gone. On
The
to the next adventure.
coins are gone.
Yep.
And so we have a brand new adventure. We're not going to say huge announcement because everybody freaks out when we do that.
People get mad, so we didn't do
but
that.
we have a pretty cool announcement for all of you tonight.
And I'll let you say it. Are you gonna say it, or are you gonna make people wait?
I don't know.
What would this
what do you
announcement be?
You know, these are the people that have subscribed. They are here for us. Okay, so one of the things that I think a lot of searchers do, and they have done over the last 10 years, and I wish I started early on and now I don't have to, is they believe if they know the man and they know different things personally from collections and things of
The
Forrest.
man being Forrest Fenn.
The man being Forrest Fenn.
Right.
that they will be able to understand the poem better and solve the poem better.
So to know
So
Forrest would be, yeah, okay, I gotcha.
does that tee it up okay?
Yeah, and I would
Chime
even
in.
go so far to say, doesn't a famous writer say the same thing when we talk to him? To know the man is right. Yeah.
Douglas Preston said something maybe similar, which we will talk about the documentary portion in a minute.
Yeah.
So there was a searcher who has been in the search since the very, very beginning that decided until we have that person's okay, I want to double check. I'm not going to say who. Decided to sell their collection. Mike and I, we don't have maps going on anymore. And when we do look at the collection, it was such an eclectic array of things that sounded so interesting, anywhere from Eric Sloane to, well, I'm going to show a couple of the items tonight because what we've decided to
You
do
are. Oh, okay.
is rather than have it something that we would just have before we turn and sell any of it, or potentially sell any of it, we actually want to share with each of you, our peeps, because this is a private collection. This is something we're allowed to do if we decide to. So this is something that we have decided we're going to share, and I will say there are boxes and boxes and boxes of things. So here is a little known book, in case you don't know what that book is.
The beat of the drum and the whoop of the dance.
Yeah. So some
But
of
what's
these are.
special about this book?
This one is leather bound, so it's a little bit different.
So it's not your normal book you get off of
It's
Amazon.
not the normal book.
Okay.
So,
J.H. Sharp. Okay.
Yes, and then all of it is cut, and we'll go into this. We're actually going to do some videos on this. This one is numbered, so if you see the 156, and then does this one? Okay, so look at this. This has an original. This is so cool. This has the original etching. I know, I don't want to mess it up, but the original etching
from
and
J.H.
it is numbered.
Sharp, right?
Yes, and it has. I'm going to put it up once I can. I don't want to mess it up or tear it.
I believe there were only 220 of these made. Is that correct?
227.
227 were made. This is Forrest Fenn's book about J.H. Sharp, correct? There's Forrest signed it. Okay. Do we have a year when this book came out? Because it's an original.
It is original.
So, and the reason we bring it up is we thought it was really cool to own these items, and then also people research so many things, right? People are all interested
and we have some research that it's like that is so connected. It has to be connected.
Well, some people think it is. Some people think it's important.
1983.
1983, J.H. Sharp. Okay. And I think these books have been out there, but if anybody can tell us anything about the book, email
I'm already starting to do some research, but here's the other thing. About half of the collection is a little known person that who's that? Who is
Sloane.
That? Eric Sloane. So there is a ton of Eric Sloane items, and things like, there's like 4 items that I've taken out of the bunch.
Just to show tonight.
Why. Just to show tonight, but let me show you. These are a couple of the really, really cool ones. So, gosh, we talked about this for a while.
Move the mic down a little bit and away.
Sorry.
A little bit away. Okay.
The flamboyant judge.
Is that better, everybody?
Yeah. So the flamboyant judge. It is
a
book by James Hamblin. Look at that one.
The story of Amarillo. Okay.
Copperham, yes. So if you you know who Rex Aerosmith is, actually did a whole drawing. That's a handmade drawing.
That's not an illustration. That's actually a drawing that he did. Isn't that cool?
But then there's some little known people. Well, there's some other drawings by some other people, which if you look at the people and we tie all this in together, we're going to do that later. But we have Kelly Fenn. Do you guys know Kelly? Do you know Zoe?
Signed it. Zoe signed it. They left a little inscription.
Daughter. Yeah. Forrest. Forrest Fenn. There is so many personalized things that are happening throughout, and I don't have one of these. I have 2 of these, and
what year is the
them. Book? See, look at this. Look at this one. That is, someone drew that. But
Glenna Goodacre drew that, which is pretty cool. You guys know Glenna Goodacre from, was it the gold coin she did? I know she did a coin, the design for a coin. And who is that? I don't even know who that is, but those are all hand-drawn illustrations. So really neat, right? Really neat
Virginia
stuff.
Watkins. And then Forrest Fenn, you want to talk about doodles?
That,
talk about
in what
doodles?
year? What year was the book?
Hold on. I'm just,
I said
19,
Go ahead. I'm kidding.
1972.
So if you show that Forrest Fenn doodle again, I'm going to go so far as to say that's the very first doodle that Forrest Fenn ever did. That's 1972 to Virginia, one of my favorite girls. So that's awesome. That's cool stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
And why do you have the books and not me? I'm still trying to figure out. Just kidding. So you can show all the books and research it. That's what we want to do is research these books. We want to know. And we may even go to the man himself and ask him. We'll see.
Amazing Mabel.
Yeah, there's been scrapbooks done about some of these books, right?
So here is something that I just think is really interesting. This is the only one I'm going to show the full picture for now until we get some research in. Can you read that, Mike?
Jan in Maryland, is it? I always wanted to own.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I always wanted. You want me to read it? I always wanted to own a land and cattle company, but could never afford one. So I gave myself the one-horse land and cattle company and published this little book with it. Pages from Mabel's address book and sketchbook are contained herein. I hope you will look kindly upon this little project. It has been fun. Forrest Fenn. So this is a book he put out, and I don't know who Mabel is. Apparently, this is a famous person who drew things, and Forrest took them and put them in this book.
Yes.
But
is
there
the
a
interesting
year
part
on that book?
Yes. Okay. Good.
Because it's a first edition, I'm assuming, since he wrote the note was in it, but
1996.
1996. Okay. What's the interesting part?
The interesting part is, let's see, how much do I want to say? Okay, so there's not one, and all of these are numbered. I think there's 200 of them. 250 of them. I have a number 145, which was inscribed to a particular person. Number 72,
okay.
etc. These
are
not identical. They're not identical.
Meaning what?
Meaning they're different.
Well, in what way? What's different about them? The inscriptions?
Sure, we're going to talk about that in upcoming videos. We're just talking in general.
I will say there is a scrapbook about that book, and Forrest signed something inside that book, right? Okay, some of you may know what we're talking about, some of you may not. But that's what we want to get into is future shows. We want to get into these, read them, and kind of get into them. So we just thought it was awesome to bring it to you guys and let you know we have them.
Yeah, so do you guys remember? Here's okay. I'm going to stop soon because I can't. Do you guys know who that is?
See, I was not familiar with this. There's been a scrapbook done on this too. Let's see if anybody gets it. Shelly Pallies says, "Wow, did Jamie sell her collection?" K-Pro, can you post a picture of the doodle? Which doodle, William? There was a couple. Christopher Robbins says Mabel Dodge, which is the book. Is that the person, Mabel Dodge? That Mabel was about?
Wait, what are we saying? No, this is
the Mabel book. Yeah.
The Mabel book.
Is that Mabel Dodge? Is that the artist of that stuff?
I haven't researched it. No, I just acquired this just a second ago. Okay. Just a hot second ago. So this is Bip. This is Bip from his old Santa Fe Trading Company website. This is a rare collectible, like less than 100.
What year is on this book? I like years, guys. I like to know if it's a first edition. That's me.
81. And now there's one. It says first edition, but I think this. So this has, from what I'm understanding, only a few made, like less than 100. And who was this after?
About it, for sure.
Yeah, his dog. Yes. So so there is such an odd array of
Czar says Tasuki. Is that a drawing of Tasuki, his dog? I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Well, Bip was done back in the 80s, so we don't know. But
Christopher Robbins says, I think that Eric Sloane drew that picture of Bip.
Eric Sloane. Oh, there's Eric Sloane all over this stuff. This is a rare collectible of Eric Sloane.
Somebody was just emailed me about that. See? About Eric Sloane's camouflage. Is that an original printing as well?
Yes.
Edition? I'm just asking so the people know.
1942, but could it be 42?
1942. Wow. Copper Dan says, K-Pro Mike, I tell Forrest, you have these. These are special. Actually, I'm going to send Forrest the link right now of this show. So, or you don't want me to. So he'll know.
Well, somebody in the room will. You better send it to him.
Yeah, of course. Which I didn't do, but yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I'm
Um,
sending a link to Forrest, and he can watch this video whenever he
so
feels
what we
like it.
thought would be fun is to actually go through. Oh, here's something, TTOTCers. Let's move over to. So here is a first edition TTOTC, and here's another first edition TTOTC. Do you guys see a difference when you look? There is a difference between two of the
On
first
the cover?
printings of T. Yes, there is a difference in the two TTOTCs.
First edition and second, or first printing and second printing, I should say.
First printing and first printing.
There's a difference between two first printing books. Oh, no, I did not know that. What's the difference?
You were in the room when it was being explained.
I don't remember.
We're not going into that tonight. There's
Oh.
another discussion.
If it's the first printing, how can there be a difference? Okay, that's interesting. Okay, we'll talk about it.
Why is version 5 have a different ISBN? And oh, wait. Let's just see what we got here.
So you see, guys, the Detroit trip wasn't all about fun in poker. There was a searcher meetup. There was this collection to acquire. There was poker to be played, but yeah, we had a couple other things going on, and then of course to meet family and friends. But this was important part of it. We thought it was important enough to travel out there to get this stuff.
There needs to be some analysis of the different.
Are those all different printings? Oh, that's awesome. Make sure you don't mix them in with your regular 11th printings. You know, like you think it's a new one and it's not.
Regular. Okay. What do you mean regular?
The latest. I mean regular, meaning with the one that most
there
people have.
is. I can't even tell you. So it's not even now. Somebody said books. We haven't even gotten into some of the other magazines. I mean, there's so many different things that are in here, and
the Eric Sloane book is really cool.
Several of the Eric Sloane books.
Yeah. So I think the Mabel book is awesome. The book with all the inscriptions and illustrations is really cool, just for me. And then BIP is cool too, especially if Eric Sloane drew that. Glenna says that somebody else said that Eric Sloane drew that picture. We'll find out from Forrest. That's pretty cool if he did. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, and then there's some things like different. Well, there's just that is the tip of the iceberg. I will say, my luggage was full on the way back.
Do you have the? Can I say it? Do you have the chip?
Oh, Mike.
I just show it. It's fun.
Okay. Let me get it. Hold on. So
everybody wants to know, where did we get it from? We will announce that when they give us the okay. The Dude Lounge, $100. $1. What is the Dude Lounge for those who don't know?
The Dude. Everybody knows what the Dude is, right? If you have
Dude
TTOTC,
Motel, right?
Yeah, they used to play poker
back when Forrest family owned it. So that is a poker chip from the Dude. I wonder what year. I wonder if Forrest could tell us how old that chip is. What year? Pretty cool stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, that's just the tip of the iceberg. There are some things. There are some advertisements that Eric Sloane was in, and we got the originals of it. Anyway, this is. I will say, it drained us a little bit, but it's going to be so much fun.
Nelica's in the house. She says yes, it's a drawing of BIP, and yes, Eric did all that drawing. Oh, that's awesome. Okay. Well, now we know. So we want to research it, and we're going to do shows to show it all. And yes, you guys will get all the info for sure.
There's anywhere from, we have Eric Sloane's, and we have lots of personalized stuff to it. But BIP, where BIP came from. But there's so much stuff. Like, did you guys, kind of like the milk commercials. Did you know that there was a set of commercials? What was it with Eric Sloane's hands with the paint brushes?
Oh, there's a Rolex watch. There is
Rolex
an article
that
was in a magazine that shows Eric Sloane's hand showing a bunch of paint brushes, and it's an advertisement for a Rolex watch. There's a Rolex on his wrist. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. And so what they did back in that time is they took a bunch of different famous people, and they kind of like the Got Milk, where there was a bunch of different famous people in their commercials. There was a bunch of different famous people on the Rolex commercial or Rolex ad. And so that's in the collection. There's postcards in the collection. There's catalogs, but so much of it has signatures. So I've never seen Zoe and Kelly sign anything. They have personalized. It's awesome.
Yes,
it's awesome.
Luli, we did buy a collection. That's what we're talking about. And as we do go on, probably more so on the Hint of Riches than this channel, but we'll do them on both. But yeah, we're going to show you each item. We're going to go over it. I don't know the history about a lot of this stuff. A lot of it, K Pro is like, don't you remember BIP? And I'm like, no. And she's like, there was a scrapbook. And I don't know a lot about it, so I would be interested to
Yeah.
learn it just like you would. But
Well,
anybody out
and
there who
so
has info, now Jim Sis says, why do we need this info? I
yeah,
don't
and
think
that's
you
what I want to say.
need this info. The question is, you watch it if you want to have the info, because a lot of
Well,
people want to know the history of Forrest and his gallery and things like that. Go ahead, Christy.
so if you are a poem purist, you probably don't have as much interest, and that's where Cal's channel is going to come in a lot more handy. And then my channel is going to be, I'm going to be Kitchen Sink Christy or Kitchen Sink Kevin, where I'm going to go into all this. You'll be amazed at some of the things that make connections that are, I just amazing. That's all I'm going to say. Or they could be a coincidence kind of thing, but kind of like scrapbooks, and a lot of these things tie to all the different scrapbooks that are out there. So in general, I'm going to go on all these different rabbit holes because it's just going to be fun. It's a collection we acquired. If you are into this type of thing, it'd be great if you came in, because then you could also say, oh, did you know this and that about it? We will probably eventually get rid of part of the collection or sell off part of the collection, but part of the collection we're definitely going to keep. So we're trying to figure all that out now. So we're on
Yeah, you
step
have to
one.
research it to know what you have. But yeah, a lot
Yeah.
of people. I went live when the Cowlazars channel came back. I went live, and a lot of people said, "You never even got to the poem." So I will. We're gonna do
Yeah.
another show where we get to the poem. So we were thinking Cowlazars kind of poem and treasure hunt related. Maybe the hint of riches would be more the ancillary stuff, if that's the right word. For catalogs from the gallery, right? Things like that. Yeah, there might be
Yeah.
all of them possibly.
Well,
Uh,
there might be
there might be. You never know what
an
we have. You
entire
know,
collection of them.
I
But
don't
if
even
you
know what
look
all
at,
was there because I didn't go
do you
through it
think
all.
it's interesting that printing one has two different, I already know there's a difference between the two printing ones. The fifth printing has a different ISBN. Now I have all of them. I know there's small differences, color differences. Now
Right.
I'm going to do a true, like I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have at least, no, because I have mine, 9. I have at least 9 versions. So that, oh, Nelica can tell us a story about the Rolex. That's going to be awesome. So this is going to be fun. Well, Nelica, you're
Oh,
probably a wealth of information on all the Eric Sloane stuff. There's a huge amount of like 80. There's a bunch of different books from Eric in here.
well, first I'll say, Nelica, you are welcome to come on the program whenever you want and tell us. Or if you
Yeah,
don't want to do that, just email me and KPro, and then we can relay the information for you. It's up to you.
yeah,
Not important keeps asking, how long is the show going to go tonight? As long as we want it to go, basically. I mean,
yeah. We're gonna
but
try to limit to an hour. I
yeah.
don't think Forrest will like this. You don't think Forrest will like that his items moved from one collector to a different collector? Okay, I disagree. I think he's going to be excited to see that people. I mean, all this stuff was acquired over the last 10 years. So, okay,
Corey Jacobs says, I'm a purist. I don't use the poem or the map. That's pretty good. Jim Sis says we need to
yeah,
focus on the poem and TTOTC, and you're
yeah,
more than welcome to do that. And we
yeah,
will on future shows, but for this show, we're going to talk about a different thing, a couple different
yeah.
things. We wanted to talk
So
about
we're
the Searcher Meetup, the
yeah,
updates on Chase Hopley, this collection.
the documentary, the
Yeah, the
different channels,
documentary. There's something
the
interesting
World
going on in
Series
that.
of Fenn. Yeah, we're gonna get to that in a minute too. So, yeah, but here's the cool part. We've just like the maps. A lot of people were upset when we got the TTOTC maps. A lot of people said, or the topo maps. Forrest was going to be upset about that. Forrest
Yeah,
signed
he's the one who,
certificates of
yeah.
authenticity, but
Yeah,
this is just a new little venture that. And Forrest didn't. I didn't. He's not even aware that we acquired it. But one searcher had it. Now a different searcher has it. Some people hang up their hats, or they decide to do something different. I'd love that searcher to come on and talk a little bit more about all of this. We talked to the searcher for, gosh, a couple hours about all this. Super fun. So that's all we're doing. So this is going to be fun, fun, fun. All this is, public. None of this is private. This is all public stuff that's out there, and we're just going to give our own little angles to it. Anyway,
and remember, it's the off season. We are at the beginning of the
yeah.
off season. We have what, 6 months to go through, before people can get back boots on the ground and stuff. So I think it's fun to go through other
But
things.
even when you go boots on the ground, you go a week, you come back, you crash. Yeah, we're going to talk about things.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
What?
Jimmy Fast. Nothing. They're talking about baby cribs.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, I just
So,
see it now. There was a delay on my end. Now I see it. That's funny.
Okay. So let's talk. Okay, we're gonna go live on Mondays and Thursdays. I think we already said this, but we're gonna say it again. Mondays are going to be on my channel, and we're going to be talking about one, the documentary quotes. So it's not for poem purists. They are going to be, well, we'll talk about that in a second. And then the second is going to be these things and how we are going to talk about them. And then we're going to talk about almost anything before the House Husband Diaries. Are we planning another NC meetup? Okay, I have a feeling I have met the House Husband
Yeah.
Diaries. I don't know. Yeah. So, okay, so let's move. No. Okay, Jim, sis, you just gave us a hard time for these, but you want to know when the documentary is coming out. It's
Yeah.
not. It's not about the poem. So we're scrapping. No, I'm being funny. But yes, everybody's excited about the documentary. So let's go. Let's see. We talked about the channel.
Yeah, the channel's back. Super chat's on. Give a thumbs up. We'll be doing Hint of Riches as well on Thursdays. Cowlazars channel on Mondays. Okay.
And we have started a new series, a non-live series. So you do need to subscribe on Hint of Riches. It's called Show the Poem to a Child. My son, who is a 10-year-old treasure hunter, is helping all of us. For those of you that love to hear it, because I think it's funny, he has picked New Mexico as his search state. And he has gotten through, I think, 4 clues in the poem. Those of you that have sent things, oh my goodness, thank you, especially to Craig Carter. Your video will be up and uploaded tomorrow, but he is a little shy, kind of awkward boy, and he is finding his light through this treasure, through this YouTube, all of that. He's really into it. He responds to every comment. I respond for him. I have showed him the negative comments. Shame on you for picking on a 10-year-old jerk. But he said, I think they're funny when they call him stupid or whatever. He thinks it's silly and funny, which I love because at school, that's more of an issue. Here, he's like, oh, he's like, let me read it first. He's like, should we respond? He's like, no, just hit it. And I go, boop, and it's gone. Magically, it's gone. So anyway, I just think it's fun. I think it's
so. If
awesome.
you guys would like to send David something in the mail, he will open it in a video. K-Pro has a UPS box. UPS? Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I thinking? Yeah, UPS box, just like I do. You can email K-Pro or you can email me to get that address.
Yeah.
Nelica says she will come on the show and she will talk about Eric Sloane. So that's awesome.
Oh, how
Thanks,
fun.
Nelica.
How fun.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's talk about the documentary because that's probably the next big one. And then we'll talk about World Series of Fenn, Chaseopoly. I've already talked about Craig Carter being wonderful and William being not so wonderful. Okay. So the documentary. What do you have to say, Mike?
Hang on.
Uh-oh.
So the documentary, me and K-Pro, somebody said I was delayed for some reason. So sorry about that, everybody. I was looking into it. As long as you can hear me, though. Me and K-Pro have had the time to review all the footage from the interview we did with Forrest and Douglas. And we have decided that we need to share some of it with the community, right?
Which was our plan all along, but
what I mean is before the documentary comes out, we will share some of it with the community. Of course, the documentary will be sharing it with the community, right? But we were going to show maybe some selected clips before that documentary comes out. That's what people kind of want. They want to know what questions did you ask them, blah, blah, blah. So we will be sharing some of the clips. We will probably do it over on the Hint of Riches YouTube channel. So make sure you guys go subscribe over there. We're not going to say when we're going to do it, but this Thursday it might happen. I don't know. We have to talk about that. No, it will not happen this Thursday. Okay, never mind.
Okay, why not? Well, we're going to have to. So here's the tee up or explanation. Usually speaking, you wait until after the documentary is made because you might need a certain clip or a certain thing that you want never before seen. I worked with the documentarian this week. We have our storyline. Those of you, we had almost 30 people very interested in being in the documentary. We have a certain strategy that we're taking, and so there's only going to be a handful, and we have picked our path. That path now has brought us to know there are certain clips that we think or certain original content that we know the search community would love, but that we're not going to use in the documentary. If we know now that we're not going use it. One thing that is taboo or not really embraced within the community in a documentary type reporter is to put all of a B-roll footage out. That is very unique. That is something that is not a professional norm or etiquette within
It's frowned upon, right?
It is frowned upon. So I did not know this. So what we will be doing is taking snippets and clips. What we'll do is, and Mike and I haven't talked about this, but this is how I see it. We introduce the room. We say hello to everybody. We take the first 10 minutes to kind of tee up. Here's what we were talking about before. Here's what we talked about after. And here is the actual, because you don't care what we have to interpret. And even the words, the transcribed words, that's one thing. We actually want you to hear the question that came from me. And my questions are pretty light because I don't have a mic on me. But because that's not going to be a part of the documentary. And then you will actually hear Forrest and Douglas. And so you will hear their answers.
So we're going to show you actual clips. That's what you just said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I know we haven't talked about it yet, but are we showing the footage I have, which was kind of behind the camera, or are we going to show the actual what Alan
No, we
filmed?
need to show the professional footage.
Oh,
that's
okay.
the piece that I don't think we can get unless you can do it. We need to take the professional footage that we have and clip it and make sure that it's professionally
You'd
rolled
have to
out.
get it to me, but no, I can do that.
Yeah, and I just realized I have the cards.
You have it. Yeah, I don't have it.
Yeah, I brought them. No, I brought them with me to Detroit, and I didn't get them handed. Yeah, that sucks.
Well,
so
I guess you'll have to put them in the mail. But yeah, okay. So give us a week or two to get this going, guys. But we will start showing you clips, is what we wanted you to know.
Yeah, and so I think it's once a week between that and this collection. We have our off season nice and full, and some of the things that are said in the clips might relate to some of the things we have in the collection, which is even more interesting. Neither of them knew, or like those worlds hadn't come together yet. So what do you think? And then there will be some official things that will come out later. We have a certain strategy of how we're trying to present this. So you'll see that kind of last. Like the actual documentary, the actual teasers of the documentary, all of the actual like professional stuff, that is not going to probably be out until at least late spring. That would be my guess. This takes a lot longer than I realized. There's a lot of shooting and editing and
well, some people get it cut and presented at a festival or something and try and shop it around. We may do it differently, but it still takes a lot of time to make things happen. So we can't tell you March 1st. It'll be available April, May. We don't know. We have to see. But we will show some clips, which I think is what you people really want to see, right, searchers?
Yeah, I would say there's at least, 10 to 15 that we're going to be talking about. So I will tell you, and I've gotten the okay. So next Monday, one of the things, one longtime searcher, her name is Cynthia Meacham, was there with us, and she had a really keen interest on a particular quote that was made during that time that she observed Forrest and Douglas. The reason for that is she has some additional information that she wants to bring. So she's going to be coming on the show on Monday, and that is how we're going to tee up having these rollouts. And that's going to tee up the documentary piece. And that might even bring some interest and some offshoots to what we're trying to do in our storyline. So this is actually a part of our project. So just know Monday is going to be Cynthia over on my channel. So make sure to subscribe on Hint of Riches. So there will be a quote that you will hear that this came from Forrest, not Douglas. And it corresponds with something that she thinks is pretty interesting that the search community would find of interest. So that is kind of our next step at this point. Not everyone will have a Blue Fox. Thank you for keeping the off season lively. Yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Is
thank you, Blue Fox. We appreciate it. Live phone calls coming soon, everybody. That's really going to be interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, stay tuned for that one. That should be fun.
And Sassafras, she's still looking in Yellowstone. She's looking up north, I will say. I don't think she's in Yellowstone. I think she is searched in the area.
Cynthia? No.
Yeah.
No.
But
you
I
could
think,
ask her that when she's on the show Monday. Maybe she'll
yeah,
tell you. Yeah.
yeah.
And that's
I
confirmed for Monday?
Yes, I
Oh,
talked
okay,
to her
good.
an hour ago, or 2
Awesome.
hours ago. So that will be Monday. And so know that it's not only going to be that piece, she's going to bring something else that she thinks really ties those things in together, which will be super cool.
And Nelica, let us know when you can come on the show. I'm not going to say Thursday because it's Thanksgiving, but if you could come on maybe next week, Thursday of next week or something, hey, let us know.
Yeah.
We'll talk about Eric Sloane for a while. That'll be fun. Who just happens to be Forrest Fenn's best friend. So.
Yeah, so I think the first couple of minutes going to be teeing up discussions. We're going to have about 30 minutes of the actual, or the clip will be very short, and then the actual discussion for the next 30. And then we'll leave 10, 15 minutes to discuss any additional meetups. The World Series of Fenn is coming. We still need to discuss that.
Yeah, February, everybody. That's going to be a lot of fun this year. So we hope you all can make it. Yeah. And somebody in the chat asked if I order Chaseopoly, will I get it by Christmas? Yes. If you order Chaseopoly over this 4-day Thanksgiving weekend, I will get it in the mail by Friday of next week, which is what? December. It's December
4th,
next week
5th,
already. December 6th, which means you will get it by Christmas. And I would suggest you order it by December 6th to get it by Christmas.
Well, we said December 1st. We said December 1st is when we'll guarantee it, kind of thing.
Yeah. Gotcha.
After that, we can't. And if you're international, of course, that's different.
Right. Yeah, and Nelica, I still got to get your game in the mail, but I will. I got to fill out the customs info and all that fun stuff, but I will. I'll get it out next week for sure.
Yeah.
Thanks to everybody who's ordered it. We do appreciate it, and it helps with all the stuff we got going on.
Yeah, this is a big one, and there is going to be some additional travel that's needed because of the documentary. There's some.
We got people to interview. That's right.
Well, we have some things developing. I'll just say.
And people to interview. I don't think that's too much to say.
I'm not telling you, and you're worse than me right now. Yeah, and so there's some things happening there, and I haven't even told you the other parts.
That you want to tell me live right now?
Let's see. I think one of the interesting things is to take a step back and get some industry experts that might be in archaeology, that might be in people and psychological behaviors, that might get into puzzles and things. There's a couple different professional experts that we want to bring in. So we're going to be working on that over the next few weeks. But
cool.
The storyline is there. The quotes have been selected, and now it's just kind of taking it to the next level and just actually doing it. That's the hard part, is sitting. I mean, we had to sit through hours of, and in a loving way. I mean, I'm so appreciative that Forrest and Douglas gave us so much time.
Oh, yeah.
That takes a ton of time to get through all of that, to get those little snips that you don't want to mischaracterize. How do you tee it up? Transitions, all of this, the music and the outlet, all the stuff. I just didn't know. This is brand new to me, and that's why it's awesome.
Forrest and Douglas gave us more time than I ever thought they would have. And the other thing is, we could say we asked this question and Forrest said this. Well, if what Forrest said kind of goes against your solve, you're going to say, well, how did he say it? Are you sure he really meant it? That's why we want to show the actual clip. We don't want to say what Forrest or Douglas said. We want you to see it yourself. And some of that we're going to show on the YouTube channel. Some of that will be in the documentary whenever it comes out next year. But you really have to see it yourself and decide for yourself. Copper Dan, do you have your own channel? Yes, Copper Dan does have his own channel. And guess what it's called, K-Pro?
Copper Dan.
Search Copper Dan on YouTube and you will find it is right, not Marvel Games. Let me look before I say that. But Dan's there; he can answer for himself. Copper Dan.
Wait, Corey's saying, is anyone else having scrapbook withdrawal? We got spoiled. We haven't had one in like 2 days, because in Detroit he put a bunch out. No, you're way too spoiled if you're already having withdrawals.
Well, it's because we have the collection now. The scrapbooks are over, everybody. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh, you liar.
My guess, that's a joke. My guess would be because of the holidays, because of Thanksgiving coming up, he's going to take a break on the scrapbooks. He's probably doing family stuff, everybody, just like everybody else will. But you know what? For those of you that might get tired of the family stuff, me and K-Pro are going to go live on Thursday, Thanksgiving night.
Yeah.
Normal time, 6 p.m. It may be a
And
little delayed because it is Thanksgiving. But for those of you out there, maybe you don't have a family. Maybe you're by yourself for Thanksgiving. So come join us and we can talk Forrest Fenn this
okay.
Thursday,
And
6 p.m. on the Hint of
I will
Riches.
I will give you a personal story of why. This was about 5 years ago. The anniversary, well, my mom's birthday was on New Year's. And I lost my mom about 8 years ago now, but I think it was a third or fourth anniversary. And I hated the world. Actually, the first time I've gone out New Year's was with Mike this last year because I have
Yeah.
never celebrated New Year's after that because losing my mom was a very hard thing. So where did I go? I went to this little forum called Chase Chat. It's not really in existence. Well, it's not really what it was at that time. But there were two different searchers on that website that night, and we put a little thread up. It wasn't a chat. We put a little thread up, and there were three of us, and all of us had our story of why we were there. We had like 1,000 responses by the end of the night. It helped me through a really difficult night. And so you could just be coming in because your family's watching football or whatever. I love that there was some place for me to go when I needed to kind of just be with my search peeps. And at the end, we just deleted the thread, so it disappeared. But it was I will say, Rooster and Gedelkin, you were the two that were in that room that night, and we just had a great old time. And I don't even remember what we were talking about, and there might have been others watching it, but you had to hit refresh because it wasn't like a chat that continued to scroll. And again, there was like 1,000 responses to it. I will remember that forever, just because I think that's what, so Thursday night, if you want to check it, if you want to watch it later, watch later. But if not, hey, check in with us.
Yeah.
My son and I are going to be doing a Thanksgiving. My family's going to be doing Thanksgiving, but we're going to spend some time together because that's what we are. We're a search family.
If you have too much turkey and you're laying down, just remember to get up at 6 p.m. Pacific and watch us live. And for some people, the holidays.
Mike.
What's that?
I'm so calling Mike. Mike, get up.
Yeah, right. For some people, the holidays are a hard time, So come join us and maybe we can just talk about treasure-related stuff. It'll be fun.
Yeah. Christopher, I got banned there too. And I got banned there for starting another forum. So, I mean, hey. And so go on to Hint of Riches. Hint of Riches, I think, is that place for a lot of people. We have about 100 posts a day, sometimes more, sometimes less. Harry, do people still go to Chase Chat?
Not many.
Yeah, there's maybe a couple posts a day. And there's still a couple people
From the same people over and over again.
Yeah, well, they're of like mind. There's a few of them. I think the ones that support the chase and are really positive about the chase, they still might hit hard times, but they support what Forrest is doing. They hit Hint of Riches. So that's my biased view.
Why Stephanie didn't sell Chase Chat when she had the opportunity, I will never know. But hey, maybe she got her own reason.
Because you never know. You never know when to buy, sell, that sort of thing.
It's all about timing.
So, yeah.
You remember for the Forrest Fenn Searcher coin, it was $10,000 at the drawing. Remember? I mean, somebody was going to give $10,000 for a coin, number one or whatever coin it was. But things change.
And Alice, I don't know why Flipside is MIA. I think maybe just a break was needed. I did reach out. Those of you that did ask. What happened to Octopus Dix? I reached out to him because I had talked to him earlier on. Just, how you doing? I noticed all your stuff's down. He thought, hopefully he doesn't mind me sharing, he thought he gave a lot away on a couple of his videos, and he's making such great progress. He wanted to take a step back for a little bit and just kind of focus on him actually solving the poem. And I think he was a little worried about putting out too much. So he took a step back. Stacy, no. Mike and I spent some time in Detroit together. We are in opposite time zones, so he will be West Coast, I will be East Coast.
I think I'll be with my boys. I'm not sure yet, though. I actually have to find that out, if they're going to be here or not. But even if they are, we could still go live and have fun. Jim Sisk says, who runs Chase Chat? Is it that Janet lady? No, it is not. That Janet lady is Janet Landgard, and she runs a Facebook group for Forrest Fenn. It was Treasures Galore, but did they change the name? I'm trying to remember.
I don't think so. I think it's Galore.
Galore.
I will tell you, it's one of the largest groups, and Janet runs I think it's the most active of all the Facebook groups.
Mm-hmm.
And here's something that you might not know. The Facebook groups very rarely overlap with the forum people. So they have kind of a different, you're not going to have the group think issue. You're going to have very different discussions. And so, I recommend even starting a Facebook I'm Chris Thor up there. And I am really into the Facebooks. It's a lot of fun.
And one thing I'm going to try and start doing is when we go live, stream it on Facebook Live as well. I know AGK did that for a little while. I don't know if they still do, but I'm looking into making that happen as well. And then speaking of Facebook groups, we have one called Forrest Fenn's Grand Adventure on Facebook. And I just posted a new article about Douglas Preston where he mentions Forrest.
Yeah.
I have not read it, but it sounds like it's audio as well. And I've not listened to it.
Yeah.
But I posted it, because it's Douglas Preston who, as we know, wrote the foreword to Once Upon a While. So I want to listen to it when we're done and see if he mentioned anything about Forrest Fenn treasure hunt. So that's there on Forrest Fenn's Grand Adventure on Facebook.
And Sassafras, yes, Joel did delete a bunch of videos too. I think he thought he said too much. I will say in the last, and that was months and months ago. I will say in the last 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, there has been, this is the time of year this happens. There has been at least 4 or 5, even more, Forrest Fenn treasure hunters that have deleted all of their materials or put their channel private. You can delete your channel or put all your videos private. Those are 2 very different things, because one, you can come back from if you want to move them all back to public. If you delete your entire channel, you might be able to upload your channel or your videos again, but you're going to have to do it under a new channel. So I will say quite a few people have. I've actually talked to Joel about that, so that's all I know. Let's see. I don't see any other things. Let's.
Just the noise you made.
Oh, sorry. I'm turning
I usually make the noises, remember?
Yes, you do. Okay, so World Series of Fenn is coming up. It's President's Day and Valentine's Day weekend. So if you want to be with your loved one, come on to Vegas. We are going to be doing Fremont Street. We are going to be doing Chaseopoly, a tournament. We are going to be doing a poker tournament. And then we're going to break
an escape room. We'll see.
Right now, that's not in the agenda. Mike, I have an official agenda made up.
Gotcha.
And so we can fit stuff in. Okay, you're going to talk to the.
I got you.
Yes, I have said you need to look over the final. And so,
Once
and then we
I
have.
Get it, I will. But the important thing for you guys to know is that it's February 15th, the weekend of February 15th. If you can get to Vegas, it's going to be at the Bally's Las Vegas Casino. I'm sure me and Capro will have a suite of some kind, and everybody can meet up there, and we can play Chaseopoly and do fun things. I'm just saying, maybe. But if you make it to Vegas, we will have a good weekend. It'll be a searcher meetup. It'll be a poker tournament. It'll be a Chaseopoly tournament, and it'll be whatever else we can come up with.
Our goal is 100. We had
that'd be great.
54 at the last one. I'd love to see double it this year. So come have some fun. It'll be a great time. We will be getting information out for hotels. Hotels will range anywhere from $50 to a couple $100 a night, depending on. We had several people get suites and all of that. And we happen to have a meetup or 2 in our room. So it's just fun and light. But we did decide to do something on Fremont Street, Chaseopoly tournament. We're going to have a time-bound one. We're still coming up with all the rules there. We'll have a couple of giveaways. We're not going to get too carried away. But there you have it.
Czar asked if any of the Please Touch magnets are around. If you guys missed it, I went live by myself and tried to get to the poem, but didn't actually get to it. But at the end of that video, I opened up 2 boxes that 3D Bronze sent. And there were some really cool things. I was about to say, where's my treasure chest? I left it at work. When I went on vacation, I left it at work. It's in my office because the people at work wanted to see it. I was about to say, what happened to it? But this is one of the things. This is a little miniature treasure chest right here. Yep. You open it up and you can put in there whatever you want.
That's going to fit my earring.
I think your diamond earrings. Is that? Well, there's a hint. Yes, Czar, to answer your question, I do have some of the magnets. I don't know how many. I know we're going to give away some of that stuff at the World Series of Fenn, but we kind of have to.
3D Bronze, I think, is selling those. So I think.
You got to contact him. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he definitely makes some cool stuff.
So, Mike, can you bring up Facebook and the 19 pictures I put up? Because I just want to show
Yeah, we can.
Detroit, because that's one of them I want you guys to see, because I actually got mine, which I'm super excited about. Copper Dan says World Series of Fenn is the best time. That's where he met Copper Dan, met Nelica, met so many different people. Jason North Face was there. Czar was there. Like, oh gosh, so many people. It was so fun. Renegade. Cowlazars, when is the next marathon? We have said we're not doing a marathon until we hit the milestone of 1,000 over on my channel. We are at 780 right now. I would love to see that. Once we hit that 1,000, that's our next milestone, because it does take a ton of work. That's what we said. We wanted it 1,000. I will say it is growing leaps and bounds. Nelica is saying, looking forward to WSOF.
Yeah, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
I've got Facebook up. I've got the picture up. Can you see that, K-Pro?
Yeah. So,
all right. This was the meetup.
Walking Amongst Lions is there. There's Josh. There's Jonesy, me, and then Sassy, and that's Ethan and his girlfriend, Nemo, Haidini.
And
that's Rudy.
Is down here.
Yeah,
yep.
that's
and then,
Rudy.
Heidini's
and Mike
husband is over there.
Yeah.
I took the picture.
Yeah.
That's why I'm
you're
not
right,
in.
Copper Dan. Yeah. Sorry, we met at the Jamie John. Copper Dan is right, but that's where we really got to each other. Let's say, what's the next one, Michael?
Did Fenn say you could see the blaze at night? No, I've never heard Fenn say he could see the blaze at night. And I'll also just say this: somebody recently asked, "Do you think the treasure chest could be found with the snow on the ground?" And I will say, I don't think it matters, because we're not looking for a treasure chest. We're looking for the blaze. The poem says, if you've been wise and found the blaze, then you look down to find the treasure chest. And personally, I don't think we're going to find the blaze in the snow.
Okay, you guys are going to see a video. Well, no, it's not a video. One of the questions that somebody asked my son in a comment, and he's already given me the answer, he's going to do a video on, is, do you think you just find the blaze and that's it? And he gave a really, really good answer that relates to Forrest, of stumbling upon it and all of that. So anyway, we'll go into that next time. Yes, that is where.
Miley.
Stop it. I'm
That's
never.
a tournament. She chopped.
Yeah.
See all the cash on the table. She did good job.
Yeah. There we go. Boom.
It is at the Motor City Casino Poker Room in Detroit.
And Nemo did too. Oh.
There's us out to dinner. The lovely couple. There's my mother, my stepfather. That was us out to dinner as well. Hey, Ma, you're on the channel. She'll be real happy.
You're there.
And there's a big, so in Detroit, when the snow goes away, because the snow was pretty much melted, except you have these big mounds and parking lots because the snow plows shovel them, and you see how dirty it gets. So as we drove into Walmart, I said, hey, K-Pro, why don't you get on top of that snow mound? I didn't think she'd do it, but she did, and there she is.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Because when you give her a dare, she'll do it.
Most of the time.
That's us
that was
driving,
just us driving.
Maybe 8 Mile, I don't know.
Sassy
and K-Pro.
Sassy told me her WWWH. There you go.
There's Nemo. This was them. They both chopped at the poker tournament, and there's the lucky searcher coin.
Yep.
And that was a home game. I threw a coin on the table and said, whoever wins this pot wins the coin. I think Brandon ended up with that coin at the end of the night.
Yep.
So
who is a searcher? Some of his friends from high school and previous life
slowly getting involved. Yeah.
Yep.
Brandon had posted in the Grand Adventure asking a couple questions. So
yeah.
And that was the after party for the searcher meetup. We kind of went to Walmart and bought a couple things. So there it was. There's Joshua. There's Jonesy. And there's some shots. Oh, interesting. I wasn't around for the shots. I must have been eating Coney Island or something. And then that's it. You actually posted the pictures twice, it looks like. Oh, maybe not. Yeah. I don't know if we saw this one or not.
That was another different round of shots. Let's just say there's lots of shots going.
No bathtub involved this time.
No, there's
if anybody remembers the World Series of Fenn pictures. Hey, there's Chase Opley. Sassy won one of the
Sassy's.
Random drawings we did and got a game, and she opened it up at the meetup. And there's Frank, there's Joshua, there's me. So yeah, they kind of went through the game and looked at it, which was awesome. Thanks to those of you who at the meetup who bought Chase Opley. And Joshua was nice enough to bring some boots on the ground gear. So here's one, found the blaze. FZ, is that a clue maybe? Somehow, some way. More drinks. Drinks and poker. And then now K-Pro knows what Coney Island is. You say, is that an amusement park? No, it's just a diner, but they have good food. And I grew up on Coney Island chili, so that's all it is. And there it is. Coney
Yep.
Island.
It's all legit now.
And there we are in the poker room, chilling like a villain.
We are. Actually, I think we hit the poker room before we checked into the hotel. Oh, that's what I wanted to show.
Yeah, cool things from 3D Bronze. This is the personalized one for Christy. There's the Please Touch, We Are Responsible magnet that Czar was referencing. So yeah, 3D Bronze. Email him. I think he has a website. I just don't know if he gave anything out or not. But you guys can find him.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, no problem.
Sorry.
If you guys search, Forrest Fenn 3D Bronze on Google, I'm sure his website or whatever will come up. This was a treasure box that holds the coin. So pretty cool stuff. Okay. Let's see. So yeah, going back to somebody keeps posting some questions there. Going back to that, I think the blaze would be covered by snow personally. So even if the blaze is on a tree or it's on a canyon wall or it's somehow where you're looking at it this way, I still think with snow and rain and everything, because it's snowing now, I think it's going to be covered. Could be covered by a layer of ice. I'm not going to go boots on the ground and take the chance of walking by the blaze that I would have found and recognized in the summertime, right? And then even when you do look quickly down, there is going to be snow on the ground. So I personally wouldn't go. But looks like Czar said escape room. We did not go to the escape room, unfortunately. Todd Birmingham, we did not make it down to his fifth wall escape room in Ferndale. It was just too many people that were like, what are we doing? We don't know. So we didn't make it to the escape room for the meetup.
Okay, sorry. K-Pro
you
had
can
fun.
See the blaze
K-Pro had fun.
I doubt it, Robert. I doubt it. Yeah.
Remember we took.
Oh, Jack. This treasure chest right here. It's not this one, but we took one of these treasure chests and we put Jack Daniels in it and did shots out of it. So I think that's a first for a searcher meetup. I forgot about that, Sassy. Pretty funny. I hope you made it home okay. Hope the trip was okay. My flight coming back was bumpy, man. There was a lot of turbulence. That plane was rattling and rolling the whole way. So, but that's okay. That's what we got to do to make these things happen. So that's what we do.
I think the official night meetup ended at what, 4:15?
No, it was like 4 a.m. Yeah, it was late. That's how these things happen.
Okay, so we showed the pictures. We talked about World Series of Fenn. We'll have a lot more information out. Know that here's the big thing, and I think most people did this. Don't just go for the poker tournament. I think out of 54, maybe 2 or 3 didn't come to other things. 52 people came to everything else. And I'll tell you, I had a suite that held like 25, and that's why everybody was out in the halls, because there was so many people there. Come to everything else. Even if it's you want, Mike and I met up with some people privately because they wanted to like tell us their solve, and they were really into that. And they didn't want to say it around other people. Some people were super shy. Some people like AJ Rainville that we thought was shy shows up in a cow costume. It is truly a place that we're all crazy treasure hunters. It was so much fun. Friendships were formed, those sorts of things. It was
Stacey Harwood. The cool part is nobody drove because we were at the hotel rooms. They were within walking distance, so nobody drove.
Well, and Mike doesn't drink. If he drinks one drink, but most of the time he doesn't. And so I make up for it.
Paquito, a little bit. Sassy says she's home safe, so that's good.
And I checked in with the couple of searchers that I knew, like Rudy made it back in, Jonesy made it back in. I don't know. There was a bunch of searchers that I wanted to make sure made it.
Yeah. And the other thing is, for the World Series of Fenn, don't think you're obligated to do anything. You don't have to play in the poker tournament. You should, because it's a lot of fun, but you don't have to. You can come just to hang out. You can come just to do the Chaseopoly, or just you don't have to do anything. Just come by and say hi. It's just a
there's one thing you have to do
for searchers to meet up and talk. That's all.
One thing you have to do. You have to leave drama at the door.
Yeah.
I think there was only one small little situation, and the situation was just literally ignored. Just everyone walk away. And everyone walked away. And so there was one like 10-second issue. Other than that, we were chilling. We were just having
everybody's invited. And when I say everybody, I mean everybody. Even if you're brand new to the hunt, you never met any of the searchers, that's what the thing is about, to meet the other searchers, to meet people.
Yeah.
So come on out. Just like if you could let us know, we would appreciate it, because then we know how big this thing's going to go. So, yeah, no. Talk to K-Pro. There was some Di Serrano being drank. I actually had some of that night. That was good stuff. But yeah, so World Series of Fenn, February. It'll be here before you know it. Christmas is going to be here before we know it.
Oh, Czar. See, do you see what Czar's doing? Czar's saying, I forfeit my buy-in. Pro will win. She's too good. Because Czar is taking a big old huge cash pot from me. That's why he's trying to butter me up and make me forget of the vendetta I have. Nemesis, I'm coming to get your money.
And a shout out to Lindsay, who we met in Michigan. I hope, and
Yes.
Czar's going to talk to her about coming for the poker tournament in February. Her and her husband. That would be awesome. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Well, here's the cool part. Hold on, one thing about the World Series of Fenn. About half of the people had never played before. I'm not going to throw any shade, but I'm just going to say, when you have people that literally are throwing in on anything because they don't know what they're doing, there is no strategy to that. So some of the people that were playing the craziest, they actually won and cashed out. So I will just say, if you're even thinking about people, the dealers are so nice there. Just go and have a good time.
Yeah, and what we did last time is we played the Friday night tournament. For anybody that wanted practice, it's the exact same tournament that Bailey's runs every single day. We played the 5 p.m. That's the one I happened to win. Remember the night before? Everybody else was at Buca de Beppo waiting.
Well, no, that's not true.
You and Jonesy came back to root me on.
I was going to say, two of your ladies were at the rail rooting you on. Now, here's the funny part. We did if you want Mike to actually walk you through how to learn, I think it was at 2 or 3 o'clock for the tournament, come to our room. Like 10 people came to the room, and Mike was trying to teach them
I'll show
poker,
you. I'll give you the basics.
But everyone was talking about searching stuff. And he's like, are we actually learning this? And we were like,
everybody's talking.
We're just talking. We were having a good time.
We now have 3 chip sets because of the one we bought at Walmart. So I'll bring them to the room. And anybody that wants.
I have 2 more here. I used to run home games. So
home games are awesome.
What is this, Czar? Ladies.
Ladies, that's right. Czar, you going to be at the poker room? Because I may just head on over. Since tonight is the last night of my vacation, I may head on over.
Guess what? I found out.
Played in a tournament before.
Didn't Nelka cash?
She
won.
I think no, she did not win. She did. She placed. That's right. She placed. Stephen Barnes won because they had the most chips when they decided to call it quits. But Nelka definitely won. That's how I got the framed math, because Nelka was like, and I bought it from Nelka. She did not give it to me, everybody. I actually bought it. We'll have some cool prizes. We're still working on those, which will be in addition to the money. Remember, guys, when you come to the World Series of Fenn, you're not giving me or K-Pro any money. The casino handles the tournament. You're paying them, just like, and they pay out the money. Me and K-Pro don't make any money off of this. But we'll have other prizes we throw in, and it's just a fun time. It's just a way for searchers to get together and talk for a weekend. That's all.
Yeah. It's awesome. It's fun, and it's literally no drama. Security can just speak our song. So we don't do any of that there. It is truly like, if you think you've been caught on one side or the other, all that's like gone now anyway. But it is truly the place. I will tell you, some people, that there was a lot of controversy happening outside the chase. Once we got to the tournament, there was none of that. It was just fun.
Nemo is a poker expert now, and he says, am I allowed to play? Yes, you are, Nemo. I want to see if you can repeat, because you did awesome in that tournament in Detroit.
No, Nemo, you will not, because I'm going to tell the story one last time. Actually, it won't be the last time. I am sitting against another person that will remain nameless, but I will say she did happen to cash in this tournament. I am sitting with a pair of, I think it was queens. It might have been jacks, but it was queens. And the dealer was trying to get in and said, look, she just went all in. What are you going to do? And she goes, oh, I'll go all in. She had a 3-8.
Just go all in.
3-8 offsuit.
And won.
And she caught 8s on the board. And so she had a set. And I went home. And I wasn't bitter about it. I went over and had a good time. But there is such those kind of things. Like, just tell me, they're playing loosey-goosey. It was awesome. So, but just don't think you're going to actually win with any sort of poker strategy. So,
Not Important says, where's this meetup thing at? So the World Series of Fenn is at Bally's Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada. February 15th is the poker tournament, but we'll be doing fun stuff the Friday before, the Saturday, maybe Sunday, but we know because Monday's a holiday, maybe people are sticking around. Again, based off of how many people we know are coming is how we plan some of the events we want to do. So, let us know.
So we'd like to know. So here's what we did last year, and it happened to work out. Here's what we did last year. You needed to tell us because we put programs together and we put a giveaway together for everybody. And so we would like to know in general, if you think you're coming, you do not need to give us your name and information. All you have to do is say, hey, Czar. We don't know who Czar is, right? We do, but Czar for 2, Lindsay for 1, K-Pro for 2, whatever that looks like. That's the only thing that we need to know. But I would ask, it's not the people playing in the tournament. We try to get something for everybody. So if you're coming with some other people, let's say you're a guy and you're going to play, but your wife doesn't play, but she's coming, tell us that. And yeah, so Fenn and Teller.
No, Czar said for that month, the month of February, he would give somebody his Penn and Teller tickets. Some searchers who will actually go to the show that weekend. He would give the tickets. So isn't that cool? Yeah. So that might be one of the things we give away, but we'll figure that out once we get closer.
Yeah.
Not important says, cool, maybe I can afford to get there by then. And exactly. That's why we're trying to get the word out now so people can plan. There's a Motel 6 right at Tropicana in the Strip, right across from MGM Grand and right next to Hooters Casino. But yeah, there's a Motel 6. You could Uber. Maybe a searcher can pick you up. Again, plan this stuff out. You don't have to spend
and we will make sure. That's the other thing that we do is we understand searchers range from their budget. So we will actually put out information for hotels. The hotels will range from anywhere from a Motel 6 to the penthouse at the Caesars. And we will give you all that. We hit about 5 of them in the area that most of them or really all of them are in walking distance. So, but that's kind of the one that I will tell you. Some people have asked us, are we going to February? Are we going to organize February? Are we going to organize function, etc.?
For next year?
For next year.
Oh, wow.
I will tell you the only thing that we are going to sign up for is the World Series of Fenn. That's kind of our signature one, which is February. We might go to others. Yeah, we might go to others. We might do some. We're really not going to sign up for all the others. Other people want to do it, and I don't think you realize how much work it is until you do it all. And so the World Series of Fenn is going to be the big one that we're going to do.
But just so you know, we've already talked to the poker room at Bally's. They are already reserving the tournament for us, so that's a go. Yeah. It's not like that's happening. The other stuff we will set up.
The buy-in is it 60 or 65?
$60. 60. $60.
Yeah.
Which,
and we take nothing from that. It's all that.
Casino
and
handles that.
Here's the other piece. Anything additional, the casino does not deal with. That's why you have to come up to our room to get it afterwards. If you don't want to come to the room afterwards, like if you Silver Search Coin's easy, but like Copper Dan made one of those big frames. We put it up in the room. If you don't want to come up to the room, that's okay. Just tell Mike, and Mike will go and get it and bring it down for you and hand it to you. So, but we had that issue last year. Yeah, we'll figure that out.
Some people are like, we're leaving. Like as soon as this tournament's over, I need what I want, and that's fine. We will accommodate everybody. We will work it out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah. So there were some people that literally made the entire, like once they got there, they made the entire weekend for $100 between.
And how much did first place pay out? Do you remember it all? Like Stephen Barnes got first place, so he got the coin, which was awesome. He got 2019 Searcher coin number 2. I want to say, I'm trying to remember. Pretty sure that's what it was, and that's a prize we gave. But for the tournament part, I thought it was $900 something bucks that he won off of his
54. That sounds about right.
Yeah, about $900. Yeah. I came in like 7th place, and I think I got $80. So they pay different places, and that's based on how many people we have in the tournament.
See, now, if I would have been in the last 7 or 8, I would have negotiated the chop differently. I know you kept saying it's based on chips. That's not how chops work. Chops work based on
the money. They could do whatever they want. I was saying for the prizes. How do you know who gets coin number 1? That was based on chips. That's all. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, chop. You guys can negotiate whatever you want if you're at that final table, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. So that's some of the fun. So we have gone over, let's see. I don't even know if I should show this. This might go. No, I'm not going to do it. I was just going to show there are stacks and stacks of things in this collection that I'm going to have to reorganize my office because I want to go over and do stuff. And
I'm really interested in BIP now that Nelica has confirmed that Eric Sloane drew that, because I didn't know that. I thought Forrest drew it for some reason, but that's, I don't know. So that'll be a fun
not only BIP, but then where did BIP come from? And there's so much.
That's the original book or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and here's
let me ask you this: where did the name BIP come from? Does that like I don't understand BIP? Is that
I
an
don't know.
acronym?
You're going to get a honeydew
Oh,
of
maybe
research
Nelica
if you
can
don't
tell us
cut it
that
out.
too. I don't understand
Yeah.
what BIP is.
So here's Leon Gaspard, and this is another one of those
Isn't that
original
supposed to be goat skin or
etchings.
something?
No, this is. I think this is what.
No. Inside the
Oh,
book. Inside the book. Isn't that supposed to be a skin of some kind? I could be totally wrong, but that's what I thought somebody said. Okay. I did
Blue Fox.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I did see that. His little treasure chest with his dollar coins in it. He said he'd like to hide it and have kids look for it. That's cool.
He's talked to some of us about that, and some of us. I'll just say I think that treasure box used to have a few more of those coins because some of us have some of them. So
I didn't get one, but that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He also doesn't want emails. Well, it's because he gets so many. I'm sure he doesn't. So, okay, everybody. 970, Nelica says. Somebody remembers. So first place was $970. That sounds about right. Yeah. Wow. So Stephen and Lori, you better be there to repeat. You are the event number 2 champions.
I think we need to have some side bets. Boomer Girl,
yeah,
Nelica, Copper
we did last longer bets with Copper Dan and Nelica and some people. So we could do some last longer bets for those who want to. Yeah. But Boomer Girl is actually the event number 1 World Series of Fenn champion, and that happened after the drawing. There was an impromptu poker tournament, and she won the $100 bill that Forrest had signed. So, yeah, that's kind of how this whole thing started. We just had said, let's play poker after the Jamie Jordan drawing. So
that's where I met Mike, and I'm like, Mike, do you play poker? And he's like, yes.
Yeah.
And so I said, let's go to Walmart. And that's actually exactly what we did when we were in Detroit. It was a go and get the same poker set. So I think there's lots of those sets.
Right.
Czar's going to be in it to win it. Oh, I
put
my money on Lindsay. I hate to say it's going to be, I don't even know if she plays. I think
So Blue Fox is saying there was a gold ring in the box. I'm assuming they mean indulgence, a treasure chest, a diamond ring, right? But we don't know if that's still there, if we took it out.
Oh, no, there's a picture of it. Oh. There's a picture of it. I said, no, I've seen that box. This is what I told Janet Landgard up on Facebook. Go and see hers. I think it's Forrest Fenn Galore. She said, what about this ring? And I'm like, no, I've seen that box. I've been in that box. I was able to get one item from that box.
Who said this?
Janet. I was like,
we're talking about there's the box of the dollar coins.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry. I thought we meant the treasure chest. Sorry. I was confused.
No, and she said, no, look, and she did and I said, color me silly. Holy heck. Is that Forrest messing with us? Is it? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. But it would be cool if Forrest did some kind of other treasure hunt for kids. That would really be awesome. But, it takes a lot to make this stuff. So Sassy says it was fun playing in Detroit. Yes, it was, Sassy. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, she was great too. I was out before her. So.
And never say never. Maybe she'll show up in February. Never say never.
No,
Sassy.
that'd be fun. That would be fun. So, okay, other question before we head off for the night.
Yeah, we will be live Thursday. We will be live Thursday on the Hint of Riches channel, right?
Yeah.
Now, Monday when Cynthia's on, are we going to be on the Cowlazars channel or the Hint of Riches channel?
Hint of Riches.
Okay.
I think we should be on Cowlazars channel on Thursday. No. Gotcha. If we're just talking Fluffy, I guess.
Well, we'll be on both. I don't think it matters which one we're on.
We'll subscribe to both. We'll figure it out.
Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Good searcher meetup.
3D bronze. Yeah. Oh, and 3D bronze. Do you have a website set up for all these items? Because a lot of people are asking. We're giving them your email address. But if you have any additional info that you want us to put out, people are loving. Yeah. I don't think they realize that it was not metal, etc. So it's probably a little bit more cost efficient. So they're like, oh, I might be able to afford one.
Thanks, 3D Bronze, for the super chat. He got a 2019 non-numbered coin for sending us the stuff, which I thought was only fair. So he needed to know how big to make the coin holder because he never had a coin. Well, now you have one. So if anybody else wants a coin holder made personalized for themselves, 3D Bronze will know the size of the hole to make.
3dbronze.com.
Didn't I tell everybody? Go to Google, put in 3D Bronze Forrest Fenn. It'll come right up. 3dbronze.com. All right. Blue Fox says good night. See you Thursday. Hey, Glenna. How you doing? Okay, everybody. We will see you on Thursday on Thanksgiving. I hope everybody has a great holiday. And anything else, K-Pro?
I have nothing.
Okay.
Oh, I do have to say, I found out that both my kids and I are off tomorrow, so we're sleeping in. No offense,
Nice.
Mike. Yeah.
I gotta go to work. Yeah, I gotta be there at
Yeah.
7 a.m. tomorrow.
Oh.
Okay, everybody, back to reality. The Searcher meetup's over. Back to reality.
Back to the
Okay,
grind.
we'll see everybody Thursday. Thanks.